Welcome to version 26.2 for Sage 100 Contractor. This video highlights the installation notes, enhancements, and fixes included in the 26.2 software release. Windows versions older than Windows 10 and Windows Server 2016 are no longer supported. You will not be able to open Database Administration or Sage 100 Contractor if you are using an earlier version of Windows. Sage 100 Contractor version 26.2 is not compatible with Sage Estimating version 20.1 and earlier versions. If you integrate Sage 100 Contractor with Sage Estimating, it is recommended that you do not install Sage 100 Contractor version 26.2 until you install Sage Estimating version 21.1 or later. When you log in to Database Administration after upgrading to version 26.2, if the program detects that your SQL Server instance is using an Express edition that is earlier than SQL Server 2019 Express, it will display a new Upgrade SQL Server Instance tab that invites you to upgrade your instance. For now, you can use version 26.2 without upgrading SQL Server. However, you may need to upgrade before the next Sage 100 Contractor update. Because we have been listening to you. Version 26.2 introduces enhancements in several areas of the program that are comprised of the top-ranked suggestions from the Sage Ideas site. There is a new Undo Final Computation button which allows you to undo a final payroll computation without the need to void, copy, and paste each record. Using this option reverts the statuses of payroll records to one open, deletes job cost and equipment cost records associated with the payroll records, reverses employees' quarter-to-date and year-to-date totals for the calculation in the payroll records, reverses quarterly and yearly earnings in the employee records to the amounts before the final computation, and reverses accrued sick and vacation hours in the employee records. You can now find employees in the source text box based on first names if you sort the window column for first name in the employee lookup window. There's a new direct deposit email settings option in 524 report printing window if you use Twilio as your email method. This allows you to delay emailing direct deposit pay stubs until a future check date to help companies who process payroll some days before the pay date. Twilio users also have a new Include Sender and BCC option on the Email and Fax Configuration tab in the 7.1 Company Information window. We also increased the number of characters allowed in email setup fields to up to 255 characters for the mail server field and 320 characters for the email address field. You can now view up to 28 characters for the payroll description on payroll check stubs. We made several improvements to the 681 cost to complete window. We have added new committed contract, purchase orders, and accrued labor columns in the grid. We have also added open, review, and dispute options that control the types of change orders included in the budget column. There is also a convenient new Create Change Order button and menu option to expedite your creation of change orders for over or under amounts. You can now restore all file and folder permissions for a single company using a new Restore Permissions for the company's file system option available on the Toolbox Company Tools tab. When you export purchase orders from the 9.5 Takeoffs window, items that have the same description but have no part number are no longer combined in the purchase order. Instead, the purchase order uses the alpha part number to discriminate between items, so they are listed separately on the purchase order. When you print checks, you can turn off the message that says the starting check number is defaulted from the selected checking account. Simply select the option to stop showing the message when the message appears. We also implemented a few fixes to the program in this release. Please view the release notes available in product for more details on the installation notes, enhancements, and fixes available with this release. Congratulations! You are now familiar with the installation notes, enhancements, and fixes included in the Sage 100 Contractor 26.2 software release. Thank you for taking this Anytime Learning lesson.